Hey, it's Beata. Welcome to my channel. At least I remember to introduce myself properly. You know, my name, not everybody can pronounce my name, so I think it's nice to know. So my name is Beata. I come from Poland. Today we are doing a hashtag called Terra Tubes A to Z. The hashtag was started by Simon at the Hermit's Cave, and I have seen few already videos, and I think it's an amazing way to start to get to know each other better without being too noisy, so we can answer those questions to the level that we feel comfortable. And I think it's great. I have only 30 minutes because my video somehow cannot, my telephone cannot record more, so I have to do it fast, which is good for one of my weaknesses. For age. I'm 47 years old. Actually, I'm going to be 47 in August 2020, so the age, the time flies, you know, as they say, even though I don't feel this age inside of me. B, my favorite book, or book favorite, it's Elizabeth Gilbert, Eat, Pray, Love. I do have also, where do I have my Kindle? Yeah, I do have it also, another book. It's Wolfpack by Abby Wambach. I highly recommend it. How to Come Together, Unleash Our Power and Change the Game. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful book. But my favorite, the book that has biggest impact on me, it was Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. The phases of transformation, or shall I show like this, she made. Oh my God, it's so, I have read it so many times. I don't have the paperback copy anymore. I have an audiobook and I love it. I'm telling you, it's perfect. Career, you wanted to be as a kid, and what it actually is now. Well, as a kid, and this is going to be funny, I don't know if you can call it career, but I always wanted to be a nun. How strange is that? Tarot and the Catholic nun. But that was my childhood dream, and I was really very much into the church community and so on, and it's okay, right? But later on it was a teaching thing, and I'm not saying teacher on purpose because I'm not a teacher even these days, but I have been teaching people a lot of things through my life. English, I was tutoring some kids for quite a few years, and all my adult life, even at my day work, which I'm part of the lower level but management group of people. We are taking care of a different part of our company, and I'm always teaching somebody of new things, new technology, new development, new ideas. Oh my God, I think it's going to be all life like this. Always. I'm always having a feeling that I'm going to teach someone of something. Doesn't matter, you name it, what it's going to be. So these are my career dilemma. Dream. D for dream. I think if I have to think of one dream that actually was always growing in me, it was the dream to reveal to the world my passion to tarot. I was from the very young age, from the time that I got this deck, I was always hiding my passion to tarot, literally under the blanket. My parents didn't know, really, nobody knew. My sister, my brothers, my colleagues, my friends, my co-workers, whatever. It was for many years as a secret. I even had a website where nobody could tell that it's actually me. So the big breakthrough, because I can tell you that my dream came true, the big breakthrough was 2015, when I have started this avalanche of activities. So but I'm happy, but I'm very happy because I feel relief. I can grow now in a different way. Essential items. E for essential items. And for me, I know Simon mentioned about a telephone, and it's true. Even if we won't admit, inside of us we will think it's a telephone. For me, it's a computer because I really hate typing in the telephone. So, but anyway, it's true, it's the telephone. But let's imagine we don't have all this technology, like on all those catastrophical movies. Then books. Books would be my my essential thing, or at least if there will be no book, then I need to have ink and paper and pen. Then I will maybe invent some of them. But books is really my big passion from the very young childhood, and I'm very happy that my husband is actually very much into reading as well, so we support our passion for books. And we don't buy books just to collect them. Yeah, because, yeah, but it sometimes can happen. Favorite Rider-Waite-Smith for deck for F. And yeah, I do have a Rider-Waite-Smith, the yellow one. The classic one with the 1971 US game text in here. But my funny version of it, and I really like it, it's the vice versa tarot, where you can see the same card from both perspectives. This is actually really good that you can understand. And this is for me a version of reversing, or you know, in exchange for reversing cards. You can see from both angles, and I'm telling you, it gives quite nice readings, quite nice perspective to it, right? I mean, it's beautiful. This is the Pope. This is what's going on behind the Pope. And you can translate it the way you want it. So this is the one. But my very favorite Rider-Waite-Smith-ish deck, like a clone, it's the Terra by Renata Lechner. I'll just show. There's always a full in front of my decks. This is the back. It's very well loved and very well used deck. But I'm telling you, this is a really beautiful and colorful deck. And when the customer is coming to me with the question related to feelings, emotions, partnership, relationship, or recently self-love issues, I'll go for this deck. I'm telling you, it's wonderful storyteller. It doesn't sugarcoat you, but it also doesn't hit you in your stomach. So that's why I love it very much. So this is the Terra by Renata Lechner. Next one. Gold or silver? Well, it's obvious, it's silver. The only gold item I have is my wedding ring, and I don't like gold. Yeah, I do also have a little ceramic in here. Ceramic, how do you call it? Elsewise, it's always silver, always. Gold have a tendency to leave marks on my body, like green marks. And I know when it's a faux gold, it will do, but I know it's a real gold. This is a very old, and I mean very old Russian ring, that it was made in Russia and brought from there. So it's more like this yellow gold, I think, not a rose gold. But this is, it doesn't leave the marks. All the other things, they leave the marks on my body, so I don't. But this is just a practicality. But I honestly prefer silver to gold. Here I have my spiral goddess. Okay, now we come to the funny part. H for hate. I'm very tall lady. I have done a little research, put it in foot, in inches, and in centimeters. In centimeters, I'm 195 centimeters, so I'm really tall girl. Even though I love high heels, I cannot wear them. In inches, it's going to be 76.7, if I'm not mistaken. And in foot, it's 6'4", so I'm a really tall girl. I have a nickname, but I will tell you about the nickname later on. I had, not anymore. My ideal day... My ideal day is always starting early, and I love to have a plan for my day, and I love to do everything following the plan. I just wanted to show you, because I'm the bullet person, but I don't do bullet journal anymore. I moved into my travelers, and this is what I do, right? Even for the next week, I have already put it in another form because I'm playing with the color coding. Anyway, the idea is that I need to have write down the things what I need to do. And in color red or in some highlighted, it's the tasks that for me are very important. And I really need this structure. I have a tendency to, you know, to do too many things at the same time. Then I'll never finish. My illness, not illness, but one of my weaknesses that the hardest work is that I need to work very hard in order to finish something. So that's my ideal day. Joke funniest, I'm sorry, I will skip this one. I'm not it's not that I'm not a funny person, but I'm not very much into jokes. I don't understand most of the jokes, and the one I understand and laugh of, most of the people look like me, what is it? So it's just not my thing. Kids, I don't have any kids, And we will never have a kids, or even though I'm talk about my husband sometimes, as I do have a one adult kid. I do have a dog. She's a border collie called Luna, and she's, oh my God, she's so sweet and love. She's a border collie in general, they need close contact with a human, so, oh, she's my puppy. Living arrangements. We're actually living in an apartment. I have been living in the apartment my whole life, and I don't have this desire to live in a house. The only thing I envy always, have a garden close by. But I live in the ground floor. We have a 3 or 2 bedrooms and a living room. It's rather big because it's 70 square meters, and we have a fireplace in the home, so I honestly enjoying it. Marseille deck. I have only one Marseille deck. It says favorite, my Marseille deck for, have I skipped? For M, yeah, for Marseille. I have only one, and it's major only. It's by Los Carabeo. These are the backs. So I'm not very much into the Marseille, even though I know it requires a little bit of, not a little bit, but a study, which I haven't done. So that's why maybe I'm not into it. But somehow this deck I like to play the game that I have found, I have learned from Kasha Terra map. Where is the full heading? So you're shuffling the majors only, then you're trying to find the full, and the full, let's pretend this is the full, then you find 2 cards, or 1 even card, behind or in front of him, 1 behind of him, and then you can see where the full is heading. So I think it's brilliant input. I have done it a few times as a summary of my readings, and I'm telling you, it's amazing. Then we come to nicknames. Okay, I know one, I remember one nickname. It came from my last name before I got married, but it will not tell you anything. It was just a shorter nickname, even though you have to be aware in Poland, nickname doesn't mean that it's going to be shorter. Sometimes it's longer. I don't know, it's just the way it is. But the real nickname that I remember, it was a giraffe, because I was so tall. And I start growing, not maybe when I was, I don't know, 10, 12, something that at that time. I have been starting to be higher than boys. So of course I was a giraffe. You know, now I'm laughing at it because, you know, but at that time, it was a struggle for me. I'm telling you, it was one of my complex. Oracle. I have a few oracles. O for oracles. I forget to say the letter. But they are 2 special for me. And 1 in particular. But I have 2 decks, like Goddess Oracle for my full moon and Wild Kuan Yin Oracle for my new moon. I don't know, they are just corresponding to me, to this moon phases. And I'm telling you, Wild Kuan Yin is the one. I love it. The messages of this deck are amazing. The guidebook is beautiful. This is by Alana Fairchild, and I think I have a 2nd edition. These are the backs. They are very glossy. So when you make a pictures, it's difficult. I have edged in red, and they are in multiple directions. The guidance, the healing messages are such a profound and deep messages that I'm reading the same card sometimes all over again, and I cannot believe how wonderful this deck is. I love this deck, and this is my new moon deck. At the same time, I'm also using it for practice called self-love, and I'm doing it on Friday because it's a day of a Venus, of course, so I also pull 1 card. I do it also in my group, in my Facebook group, so some other people can get familiar with the messages of the Wild Kuan Yin. But I'm telling you, it's a wonderful deck. It's one of my, if I have to choose one, this is gonna be the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Passionate about my natal astrological horoscope. It's spread all over, all the planets, all the elements. So I have a lot of passions, like reading, crochet, knitting, sewing, tarot, reading books, singing, writing. Even I'm not mastering any of it. Or hopefully some of it I am mastering better than the other. But anyway, I have many interests, many passions, and I can very easily get passionate about something. The biggest job for me is to fulfill the passion or to continue. Like I have started, for example, over 2 years ago, I've started to study at the ceremonial magic. So behind there, you can see my little altar. But I'm still ongoing it because it's very much interesting me. But there are some things. I have been, at some point, numerology, of course. I have been studying astrology only for 1 year. It was years ago. Then I found out it was not for me. But these are my passions. We have to get faster because my telephone cannot record longer than half an hour. I don't know why. Quote. I think the quote would be from, I have a little book when I'm writing a different quotes, but the first come to my mind is the title of the book, Eat, Pray and Love, and I have added a sentence, live in balance. That's the idea of the main idea described in this book. I have also a piece of jewelry, silver, with the 2 round elements, and in one of them I have engraved this quote, eat, pray, love, live in balance, and it's in a mirror reading, so you cannot read it, you can only read it when you will place it in front of the mirror. And the second circle was giving is living. So these are the 2 things that I really stuck to me. So this is my quote. Relationship status, yes, I'm married to the same man for 22 years old. This is the it's not the proof, but this is the evidence of it. And yeah, that's it. Season, I was born in summer, as summer season. Yeah. I'm from August, the 10th of August, so of course I love summer. I am very much enjoying springtime, when getting warmer, when the nature is actually, you know, starting to wake up. But summertime is my time. Tarot, first and last, and we will do it quickly because the time is running. This is my first tarot deck, first ever, when I have like 15 years old or something. This is almost black and white. I don't even remember the name. Only the suit elements are in colors, like the swords are in blue. What, the pentacles? Oh yeah, the wands are in green. The pentacles are more orangey, I think. I don't know if we will see it. But yeah, this is the first deck. Oh yeah, that's the way it was. And as you can see, I have made keywords. I never use this deck anymore for divination. This was also the time when I have used reverse card. I have stopped soon after. But I just wanted to show you for the contrast. This was my first deck. And now I have got my last deck like 2 weeks ago. The Story Medicine Tarot. Just to tell you, long story short, I never jump into decks. They are always having a long time on my wish list. And when it's growing and growing and growing in me, then it's the time to buy. And the last call was the Story Medicine Tarot. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. This is a little guidebook. This is one of her 4 decks. She's creating the second one because it's going to be like 4 pillars deck. Look at the back. This is made from the cut-ups from the magazine covers, or from the magazine. I do warn you, it's a very feminine deck, and it's a lot of nudity in here. So if you don't feel comfortable with it, so I'm sorry. The Fool. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is 5 of Swords. Look at it. Focus. She has eyeballs in her hands. I mean, it's so evocative. It's so amazing. It's beautiful. It's in the box, it says, are you ready to hear the story, or are you ready to hear your own story? I'm telling you, it's amazing. I love this deck. I call it her because it's a woman. She is very much into my own story built in. And when I'm using these cards, I mean, instantly you feel, some of them makes me cry, some of them makes me laugh, some of them makes me think, some of them makes me wonder. There is one card, and I would like to show you, especially, yeah, this is the Judgment. Sorry, beautiful. But I would like to show you the 5 of Pentacles. Look at it. The people who lost a child, who cannot have the child, as I cannot, and I will never have. I mean, there are some cards in here that it makes me literally cry. The Hermit, this is the Hermit. It's because it was my welcoming card. This card was not in order when I have, the deck was not in order, so this was my welcoming card. So it's beautiful. I'm telling you, look at it. What is the big gap between them, right? Okay, upset. I'm very upset for stupidity, for ignorance, for cruelty, and you name it, whether it's for people, human, plants, earth, whatever. I really get frustrated. My anger level, I have to control it because I get pissed off quite quickly. So, but this is actually makes me insane when people are totally ignorant or when they are cruel just because they think it's funny. I mean, blow my mind. Vlog, which are you the most proud and which is your most popular? The most popular I know is the VR2 Caliber, the 5 decks, Terra decks that you can't live without. It's, I think it's still the most popular, and I'm proud because I have started, this is not original, but because I have started my channel at some point, and it was thanks to Chase from Two Owls when I was encouraged to start my channel, and I'm so grateful and so happy that I did. And then I met a lot of you, a lot of people who are supporting, you know, when the way you are sharing the information and supporting each other. I would love to have it in Poland, because in Poland it's really not that common, and that's sad. Weakness. Oh, I have a few weakness, but a long talking is my weakness, a rambling, ranting, and off topics. These are my main weaknesses. And I think when I have to condense something, it's a hard work for me, because I would love to put a lot of words into it. That's one of my weaknesses. X for X-rated. Tell us something naughty you've done. Well, it's not that I'm saint. I have done many naughty things, not bad to the root, but many naughty things. And from the things that I will not tell, it will give you the idea what kind of naughty things it might be. But anyway, I wasn't stealing, I wasn't burglar, so these are excluded. Elsewise, I have tried pretty much a lot of things in my life, and that's okay, right? This is the right of the youth. But I'm not not very naughty. I know that the story says that one of the most noble way, apart from creating your own tarot deck, is to steal tarot deck. I haven't done it yet, but you never know, so watch yourself. Yesteryear, your favorite year so far and why? And here I would like to mention this 2015. It was the time when I have decided, first of all, stop tutoring English to the kids and focus into my passion more. Because when I have filled my calendar, my monthly spread, then I was noticing I don't have time for this. I don't have time for my passion. And then I have decided to follow it. I have started to plan, to learn how to plan, because I didn't know. I was always putting as a one bullet, I have put the project and never done anything. So I have, of course, I have put few courses, few trainings about how to plan it, how to set your goals, how to monitor, how to set the milestones, and so on and so forth. So 2015 was the moment, a very important moment for me. But 2019, meaning last year, I have started to do what I do legally. I mean, I have started my own. I am entrepreneur as well as, so this is my second job, and I decided to do it in this way because then it gives me this freedom to do. I mean, I could feel the pressure that I'm doing something against. I wanted to do it openly and so on. So but 2015 was the time, so it was 5 years ago pretty much when I have really started to, a lot of things takes a longer time in my life, but that is why I need to have a structure. Zen, what do you do to relax and stay calm? I do few things. I'm not the meditating type. I can tell you when I'm in the, how do you call it, non-movement mode, the chair or the floor or the pillow is literally burning my bottom. I cannot sit like this, like a statue. It's difficult for me. But then I found out that there are a lot of different ways of meditate. You don't have to do the meditation in stillness, right? But I have noticed a few things. I have learned, of course, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I think Om Namo Gurudev Namo, these I'm chanting sometimes. I have found out some years ago that I bow to the teacher within me. So I repeat this mantra quite often throughout the day. I do the evening meditation. It's like, it's not the real meditation, but I have even made a little mala for it. I think it has been used because it broke a few days ago, but it's kind of a meditation when you calling back your energy, your power, your magic back to you. So like you have spend your magic, your energy, your time, your power, and then I'm calling it back. This is my evening practice, and this I don't do every evening, but when I really feel like it's coming to this point, then I have to do it a week or 2 weeks in a row like this. I have started also something new in January, not in the beginning of January, but I'm sure most of you are knows who Danielle Laporte is, and she has started something called heart center practice and heart centering practice. I think that's what it's called, and I'm starting to do it. It's like 10 minutes in the morning. This is one of my morning routine. I do have a few things that I do in the morning before I leave to work, but this is one of them, and I love to sit on the little sofa I have over there and just to meditate, even though it's not a real meditation, but there's more like visualization. How do you pronounce it? It's really like the energy from the sun, the energies that you can feel in your heart, and it takes you a few minutes to regularly breathe and think of this energy. These two activities are really helping me to cool down. In general, I'm a very active person. I was running, I was swimming, I was doing fitness classes 3 times a week, you name it. I think I need once in a period of time, I need to do these kind of things. It makes my brain, like resting and clearing my mind and so on. Yoga is also one of the things. I'm not doing yoga regularly, and I'm not into this, yoga, slow yoga. I like this powerful, this energetic Ashtanga yoga. It's for me the welcoming of the sun, or whether it's both of them. I'm telling you, this I love, and I feel really good. And I know it requires a lot of energy, but at the end you're getting much more. So these are the things that makes me, cool down or calm down in these moments of, when the steam is coming up to my ears, and especially to keep me in this balance. This is the way for me to ground myself. Of course, you can go to the forest and hug the tree. I do that. When there is not cold enough, I walk barefoot on the grass. I do that as well. I spend a lot of time outside if I can, especially with my dog. But the elements of this balance and cooling me down is actually more, it's the regular practice. And I'm telling you, you don't have to do half an hour or 1 hour daily meditation if you don't feel like it. I am the perfect example. I'm really like a volcano sometimes, but I'm really doing this heart centering practice and this calling back my energy, my magic, my power in the evening if it's necessary. And then it gives me really better perspective, cool me down. And then if I added yoga, this Ashtanga yoga, even for half an hour, it doesn't have to be daily. Already now when I'm thinking of it, it feels like, oh, it gives me away it takes away a lot of stress. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and the video is awfully long, but I really wanted to thank you, Simon, for another wonderful hashtag. And I love, and I'm going to watch more of them, because I love to hear more of the response, to get to know you better. I think this is perfect way to do it. Thank you very much, and take care. Bye-bye.